So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special one because I have my friend Adebola. Thank you so much for saying yes. I was telling her before we started that I didn't know she was going to say yes to this. I'm not sure why,
Superstar.
because she's
Yeah.
my friend. But I'm really excited that you decided to come here. So in today's video, we really just want to share our experience as to where we were before we transition into like working in tech, and also how we just navigate that space. I mean, we're all going through it in in this economy. Like really just to talk to you how it has been, navigating the whole thing and working remotely and still
Yeah.
being productive at work. So we'll just talk, and we really hope that you're going to like enjoy and also
Yeah.
pick some tips that can
Mm-hmm.
help you to, if you're looking to transition, how you can also transition seamlessly. Okay, so welcome again.
Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's our YouTube channel.
Um, I'm so happy to have you, Adebola. Like so
Thank you for
happy.
inviting me.
You're welcome. Okay, so the first question would be, can you remember how we met?
Yes, now the wine grace. Yes, I
She
do.
said
I do.
yeah. Like, can you remember like the project or the events, or like can you just share, especially for people that are watching?
Okay. For my own, I don't know the one that you remember. But the one that I remember, right? I was working in an agency when I moved back to Lagos from Ibadan. It's now TDX agency, but then it was Terra Doxas and we're in mainland. One of our clients was Faith Foundation, and Miriam was working there. So I took on the account. Somebody else was working on the account before, but I took on the account. So there were days that I was required to come to their office and work from there. I think Mondays, and then some other days when they have events. So it was one of those times that I started talking with Miriam, and then we started building our small relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the same for me. I think you're just someone I really like, and I also think you're the first person that bears Adebola that I'm also close with. Yeah, so I mean, the first time I met her, I was like, I definitely want to have this kind of person in my network. I mean, Adebola is so cool.
Sense for
Right? Like, why would you want to have her in your network? And I mean, it's even like an icing on the cake to even know that she bears my name.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, you're right. Um, but what was like your first impression of
Of you,
me?
okay. My first impression of you was like, hey, this one. Okay, so of course, don't let me say anything bad. So because she has grown,
Wow, I
you think that I'll come and praise you, yeah? I will tell all your fans how you used to be. But no, that's like on a lighter note.
would.
Some of the things that I remember, like I first experienced, but when I first met you, you were a little shy and like very withdrawn. So, and me, I live for tormenting shy people. That time, now I respect boundaries. That time I didn't usually respect, but if you say you're shy, then I'm like, talk to me. I used to be in
Yeah.
her face a lot and just pull her into conversation because I felt like she had things she wanted to say or she wanted to join a lot of conversations, but she also was very, I don't really know if people want me to be in this conversation. So I was
Yeah.
always like trying to pull her in if
Mhm.
she was around. Another thing also is that even though she was shy, the few times that she talked about things, she had her own convictions. Like, even I might not be loud with some things, but you cannot do. I sometimes said that was the own. It's not always good that I used to go and tell people that you cannot say that to her. How will you say that to her? And I'm like, what's your own? She'll be fighting for people's butts even though she was very shy. Yeah, those are my like two impressions. So those two things didn't like make sense to me because I'm like, oh, this person is so shy. But I've also seen you like be outspoken about how they are treating somebody beside you, and I'm like, okay, so that definitely means that it's not that she's shy like that. It's
Yeah.
just that maybe she's not really comfortable,
Yeah.
expressing herself here.
Yeah, I
So
think for me, I think I just like um the energy that
energy.
you
It's always the energy.
yeah, yeah, and I remember those times when we also like just organize I mean, we don't do it now anymore. Adulthood is a
Sorry if
so.
you are our other friends watching this. We love you.
Well, like there was a time Adebola and I and some
Other
other friends,
friends.
like we just hang out, just talk, and just have a nice time. But I can't remember the last time we did
It's
that.
been years.
Yeah, but like Adebola is someone that she's just all about positivity, and why wouldn't you want someone like that
Why don't you?
around? Right. But have you always known that you would transition into like what you currently do now? And do you even think how also like left faith and do something entirely different now?
Yeah, you've always like struck me as someone that want to explore,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you know that some people are very expressive with, oh, these are my lofty dreams and stuff. But one of the things I've also discovered that quiet people that are reserved, they are the ones that also have the loftiest dreams. So anytime I meet someone that is quiet and reserved, in my mind I'm like, this is probably the next something something. This person is probably like cooking the world right now, and the world
And you
doesn't
don't
even know.
know.
So that one I knew. And also we've had some conversations while you're working at Faith that you talked about things that you wanted to do, the type of
Mm-hmm.
work you wanted to be involved
Mm-hmm.
in. I knew that it also be related to impact. So like,
Yeah.
and that was the first question that I asked when you told me that you were working in tech and the company that you're working. I knew that you cannot do work that is just money based.
Yeah.
So me, I knew that it will end in that space. I just didn't really know what aspect of tech it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then for me, I don't think that tech is even the goal
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the goal. I'm just always like, what I want to do is just allow my creative expressions to profit people and brands, right? So, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it today in tech. Tomorrow,
Might
might
be
be
in
in politics.
another
I just
industry.
want to just enjoy my life and,
And
honest,
enjoy what you do.
and most importantly, harness like my gifts and abilities and skills to just find expression as I'm living my life. Yeah.
Nice. That's so nice.
Jot things down.
I hope you are. Okay. I think you sort of answered like this next question around, I mean, today is tech, tomorrow it can be energy.
Yeah.
Um
Well, there are some things it can never be, but
what are
yes,
those
it will be.
things?
That's something that I can never see myself doing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really see myself working in like maybe oil and gas, as much
Oh.
as there's a lot of money in there. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really, that industry just feels very
Cake.
yeah, like I've left it
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah.
I can't also see myself do anything in maybe like health, bio health anymore,
Mm-hmm.
even though I studied biochemistry in school. And I'm still very like crazy about science. I still read journals.
Mm-hmm.
I pay attention to what is happening in that space, but I can't really see myself like do work there.
Yeah.
Like that's, but if WHO is looking for storyteller, I'm down just in case.
She's
Yeah.
your guy. Okay, I think that answers it. But like, what's like the most exciting part of what you currently do? And if there's someone watching that also want to like transition or even like start from scratch, like what are the things you would recommend they do that can make the process much faster for them?
All right. So some of the most exciting things about what I currently do. So I work as a brand storyteller in a fintech right now, money, and my job revolves around marketing incomes. What do they call this thing? Content marketing, content production, um, product marketing, growth. All those really sweet and not so sweet things, right? And I think that one of the most exciting things about my job are the things that I have learned. So as much as I am using my skills, I'm also acquiring new ones. And I think that for a lot of people that work in tech, that's very common.
Yeah.
So that's every time,
You
every
always have to
week,
be on your toes,
every
learning
week
new
you're learning
stuff.
something new.
Yeah.
It's not like before that you just be going zzz until
Yeah.
you this one on the job every day. There's something new that you have to research, that
Yeah.
you have to find out about.
Yeah.
And
And
that
get
really
better
excites
at.
that really excites me. And I think for everybody that is in marketing, that you work in marketing and you want to be doing marketing tech, if you want to do marketing tech, I think that one of the things you should do is marketing in tech is not very different from what you currently do for any company that you are doing
And I
it.
think that's one people
Do you
really
get?
need to like
They
understand.
think that you come into tech and you are doing
Mm-hmm.
something else. The principles of marketing and comms and PR, they're the same everywhere. I feel like people forget it and they come into tech with a mindset of, oh, I'm going to do
Something
something
entirely
entirely. It's
different.
all those principles, bring them here, and then I start to build on them. Another thing that I would say is, whichever tech industry you're going to, maybe it's health tech, maybe it's fintech, or ed tech, or any of those ones,
Mobility.
research that industry. Know the people playing the games in the industry. Research the brands. You know, me, I have competitor analysis documents that I just sat down and I was just doing. Nobody sent me. I really wanted to understand what the marketing playbook was like. And I saw
Yeah.
that, oh, there's a general thing here. I mean, this brand has done it. I can point to 5, 10 brands that have done the same thing. It must be working.
Yeah.
What result did they get? When did you do it? What did you try to get
do?
to do it done? And another thing I always say, which is where I'm going to stop, is that whatever you are looking for is online. Just research, spend time on YouTube, on Google, search for things. You'll be surprised, even though you don't really know what the concept is. Put keywords in Google search, you will be surprised what will come out, and they just continue to dig and dig, and you will find. So don't forget the principles of whatever it is that you're doing, because you're not learning new things in tech.
Yeah.
Those are the basic principles that you will use to make it in the industry. Then number 2, what did I say again? I forgot. But you wrote it down.
Learn about like the
Yes,
players,
learn about the big players in the
industry.
industry. Research about the industry. Oh, if it's a fintech, what does fintech even mean? How does fintech work?
Yeah.
What was the first fintech that was built? What's the goal? What are the goals of fintechs? What are the different types of fintechs that they are? You know. And then thirdly, research. Use your phone, not just for laughing and TikTok. Use it to really research things. As a matter of fact, craft a time out in your calendar where you are just researching things, or the best, let's say you work in fintech, the best fintech campaigns of 2022. You can just search for that so that you're able to say, oh, what can I do differently, or how, what are the things that are working, you know, in this space. So research a lot, ask a lot of questions, and find community. That's also very important.
Yeah. I think that process is really exciting. The fact that you're always learning
Learn on
new
the
things.
job.
Okay, so let's play like a small Q&A.
What are you giving me?
Nothing. Okay, so the first question would be, do you prefer to work at home or at the office?
Home. Home. I'm almost 30. Home, please.
Okay, so Slack or Teams?
Slack, Teams. What's Teams? If your company is using Teams, Slack.
I asked him and I've the same question the last time he said.
What's
People that
Teams?
use Teams, do they usually check their blood pressure?
Teams is so archaic.
So, do you prefer virtual courses or like in-person classes?
I think it depends. It depends on what the course is. If it's something that I'm naturally good at, let me stay in my house and just be learning it at my pace. But if it's something that I know that I don't know this thing and is obviously going to be a struggle, I'd rather, because if it's in person, I can like quickly spot the people that are really good at it, join myself to them and quickly learn. So yeah, it depends on what's going on.
So the final one is, you prefer startup or like large companies?
Before as of the moment that I reach here, I will have chosen startup. But now it's large company where I just want to be in a company where nobody even care about me. I just work 2 to 3 hours and I collect salary.
And that's all.
And that's all.
Okay, so let's go back to so let's talk about now that we're working in tech. So like, what skills have been helpful for you to also thrive in this role? I know you mentioned about, you know, your previous experience and how they've been useful in this current role, but like, are they like standout skills that has really just helped you to thrive?
Yeah, so I'll talk about like hard skills and then like soft skills. So on the hard skill tables, for someone that is coming into a marketing role or a content role or a storytelling role, if your company is a product-led company, you need to acquire a skill called go-to-market strategy. It's very important because you might not really know everything because you might be coming in as maybe content person, not necessarily the CMO or something, but still you really need to know about it because it will help you be creative. If you know the way they are breaking down their products to go to the market, you'll be able to know how to communicate it right to your target audience. There's also something called product-led growth, which is also something that is you can go and Google what I'm saying. There are courses, free courses, paid courses that can really help you because now selling pure water or selling Coca-Cola is not the same thing as selling an app. Even though it's the same marketing principles, but there are some nitty-gritties that make the difference. And those nitty-gritties are hard skills. You have to know them. And know how to be able to scale them. So that's another thing. I think another thing that another skill you have to keep working on is your writing skill. Learn how to write well because especially for like a tech company, the people you are serving don't care about that there's a microchip and then there's the algorithm. Nobody cares for that. Your customers care that you are solving their problems, and every time they use your app, they have moved from point A to point B. So you must be able to define and communicate that in a way that they can understand and they can assimilate. So always learning to write. When you write something, always what I do is my formula for writing is if I write a sentence, I ask myself, can it be shorter and still make the same sense? So I can turn a sentence of 10 words into 3 and still be able to say the same thing. That's what a lot of startup founders also use in their pitch decks when they are going to go and raise money. Yeah, because you have 15 seconds to talk to an investor. That's how you should always think about. People are on their phone, on their TikTok and stuff. Why should they listen to you?
It's pretty short.
And then for soft skills, stakeholder management, people management, very important in tech because you have few, but there's a lot of, especially if you're a non-technical hand in tech, there's a lot of people that are technical trying to
you guys work
make
together.
your job a little bit difficult, but they don't really know, so you have to be able to manage them, manage the people that you're reporting to, manage the people on your level, and manage your subordinates. That's really, really important. People management is very important in startup. And then 2, communication. You have to always communicate. If it's working, communicate to your people. If it's not working, communicate. Don't be one of those people that come and stand up and say the same thing for 5 weeks, and then when we finally expect it, you will not be speaking English. Always communicate what you're working on. And then progress. Finally, celebrate your wins. In a startup, a promotion ladder and all of those things are not really in view for a young startup, but if you do something that really, really serve the business objective and you communicate it on maybe a general Slack channel or like maybe a celebrity Slack channel, you're like, I'm at the team, we just did this, congratulations guys, you make it everybody's win. The people that are in power, they are taking notes. So don't forget to document your wins. Document it and celebrate it, like, so that when, even though the company is not thinking of giving you extra money or taking your route another level, you can bring out your evidence and be like, evidence plenty that I can lead this team, even though I started out. You get, even though I started out as an associate, I feel like with these things that I've been able to achieve, I can lead this team. So that kind of thing. So celebrate your wins and document your wins.
I agree with you about the documenting, and that's because when it's time for you to ask for like maybe a raise or a promotion, what usually happens is when you're not documenting, you won't remember
all the good things that you've done.
Yeah. Just for tips. Okay, I think the next thing I will ask is around navigating this tech life.
We are all doing it. I know it's cut my clothes past myself.
As a Lagos babe, so what's like your typical work day?
I don't think I have the same work day, but it has stabilized now. At the beginning, I was a wreck. I think I even talked about it. I did a thread on it on Twitter. Not just imposter syndrome. I couldn't really get my shit together those first few months. Even though maybe I can do this, but
So what changed?
I told myself that I have to give myself brain. That was what changed because we are so far away from the reality of things that you might be thinking that you won't know that you're coasting, but you are coasting. But once you start to ask the right questions, you realize that hey, I'm not really contributing to the bottom line, and I need to get my act together. And I think that that's what changed for me. But my typical day is usually, I'm not really a morning person.
Okay.
So unless I sleep well. If I've maybe like tonight I sleep like 9 or 10, I will have good sleep. I can wake up like 4 and I'm good. And then I won't sleep again. That's when I'm a morning person. But if I didn't get enough sleep and I'm up by 6, 7, I'm very grumpy. But on a typical day, I'm up by 5:36. I do a lot of early morning reading because my brain always works very early. I'm thinking, I'm writing, I'm jotting down ideas. Oh, this week, this is what we should do for money. You will not do this. I'll just be putting all those ideas down. I work out now, so my workout time is in the morning. 6 o'clock, I'm out of my house to the gym. I'm back by 8:30 ish, and then what do I do after? Most times I just eat breakfast or I get into meetings. Depending on the day, my Mondays are usually filled with like a lot of meetings and activities. But other days is a little calmer. So I do my stand up in the morning, like 9:30. For the rest of the day, I'm just like working with. So my role involves working with a lot of other teams. So I'm always working with customer experience. I'm working with products. I'm working with the marketing team. I'm working with engineers sometimes and some DevOps. So, and then after I've done all those other meetings, I come back. Then I now like work on myself and then work on, these are my own tasks. These are my own goals for this week. And then my day really never finishes. I just close and open my laptop at any time, even though my closing time is 5. But the rest of the day, I have things that, I should finish this thing. I should send this thing. Yeah, but I'm not mad at it because it's my work. It's not something that they're not goals that were carved out for me. They're goals that I carved out for myself, which is also one of the reasons why I like working at money, because the KPIs are, the company didn't give me KPIs. We sit down with the co-founders and the COO to say, this is what we will be tracking. This is what we'll be doing. This is what we want to get to. And we both come to an agreement that, it cannot be that too. That's too high. That's not reasonable. Let's bring it down to this, or we are not dreaming enough for this one. Let's take it up a little bit. So they are my goals as much as they are the company's goals as well. So anything for them to happen.
So you work overtime?
Yeah, I do. I think everybody in money does. I don't think, maybe the interns, I don't think anybody in money, and it's also because I think it depends on the stage of where a company is. We are in a really rapid growing phase. We have multiple businesses here in Nigeria, here in Benin Republic, in some other francophone countries, and then our business is now two-facing. We used to be just B2B before, but now we are B2C, so more hands. As much as we're also building the team, we also have a lot of things to do, so after a while, we will rest when we have made it. Until we have made it, no rest.
But like, how do you nurture social connections? Like, what are the budget friendly activities that you do?
So
In Lagos?
We cannot, let's just stay inside. There are no budget friendly activities. Well, that's like on a nighter note. So I think for me, one of the things that maybe because I'm growing up, right? One of the things that I like doing now, there are experiences that I've not had before. So I learned that there was a free salsa place in Turaka, and I'm like, Tuesday, let's go there now. Let's just go. Let's just go there and go and learn salsa. They didn't collect money from us to learn salsa.
Exactly.
I took a cocktail that was like 3,005, and I cannot eat in all those places because I don't want to say anything about any brand, but I don't always go to all those places to eat. I can take a cocktail and then I enjoyed the dance and I left.
And the experience.
Another place I go on some Tuesday, I do tacos Tuesday with my friends, and tacos, Epradino's tacos, 3,500, 4,000. You eat good tacos, you are good, and I drink water. It's 4,000 at times, 3,500, 4,000 I spend there. That's it, and I have a good time. There's a live band, there's a good DJ. And I go to my house, and I go to my house. Another thing I do is I like if you are going to do something that is budget friendly, like be many. So if the thing is, if you want to pay for like if the thing is maybe 40,000 or 35,000, just get like 5 friends. There are places in Lagos that do brunches on Sunday with bottomless mimosa. You just be drinking drinks, but the food for the buffet is like 30k. You and your friends can just all come together, and maybe 6 of you, and do 5k and eat from different things. You're not there to eat till you are full. And that's I think that's when people forget that there's some things that is the experience. It's not the you can eat in your house. There's rice at home. So so that's what I do. And then have rich friends. That's just the honest truth. All these budget friendlies, because all of you still are not really making much money. Me, I have rich friends. Sometimes I'll be like, let's go to Nikon. I don't have money. No, I can't. What's there? I'll just pay for it. Oh shit. So I have rich friends too. That doesn't mean that you're a leech. But if you have rich friends and people are all truly friends, they will not cry when they pay for your food or pay for your stuff once in a while. I mean, so I do other things for them even though I don't have money. So those are my tips for still enjoying life in this economic downtime.
I think for me, you said it all. I mean, I have rich friends.
Like this Debola girl now. She should come and take me out because she's a rich girl.
It's fair because they just make life much easier for you. But I think another thing I also do is I just go through my friends list and I just call 1 or 2 persons and we just go out and have fun, right? And that way you also meet like new people. But sometimes I even don't call my friends because I actually want to meet new people, so I just go
solo dates. Yeah.
So I think that's really it.
Thank you for listening to our.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode.
I hope better.
You tips
that can help
you to thrive in your role, whether you're looking to transition or even just improve yourself in your current role. I hope you will find this video really, really useful. So thank you so much for watching, for listening.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for listening to me.
Yeah. See you guys next time.
Toodles.